Hello and welcome to an exclusive interview on ETH Insights. Today we have a very special guest with us. We have Anoop from Enerparc Energy. Anoop is the COO of the organization. Anoop, welcome to ETH Insights exclusive interview. It's a pleasure to host you.
Thank you, Tanmay.
Thank you.
Pleasure is mine too.
Let me begin by asking you, when we're talking about the data center demand and consumption of energy, by 2030 we'll see the top 4 nations consuming practically everything. So in terms of sustainability and digital infrastructure, how can we get clean energy put up in this digital expansion? How can clean energy play a role?
Yeah, that's a very futuristic and a fantastic
Right.
question, Tanmay. What we are seeing is data centers are increasing in India. I was just taking a look at the numbers. In the next 5 years, India is expected to get about $10 billion of investment just on data centers.
Right.
India has never seen something like that in one sector, but yeah, that is the expectation. So yes, this is unparalleled. I mean, if you're looking at the global countries and that sector getting so much of energy
Right.
is too much. Now, your question about how renewable energy acts, what is the role of
Right.
renewable energy? I personally feel that there is no other way apart from renewable energy to meet that demand.
Right.
The investments into coal and hydro and all those things are difficult. They are not really preferred in today's world. So renewable energy is the only source. Both solar and wind, especially in India, we have been lucky enough to get very good sunlight and wind also. So I see India making great gains in solar and wind in the next few years.
Right.
In line with already what the target of the country is. The
Right.
Prime Minister has given a target of 500 gigawatts by 2030.
Right.
All this is futuristic. We have looked at 2030, what the consumption is, and data centers play a big role in that.
Right.
Data centers and digital infrastructure, as you say.
So interestingly, so what kind of role does your organization play in this entire scenario?
Yeah, great. So Enerparc in India is focused on the C&I space.
Right.
So when I say C&I, it is commercial and industrial establishments. So this is a very niche segment. We are not catering to the large utilities as such. So the data centers coming up in India are primarily by the industries and the commercial space. I mean, all the Amazons, the Googles and multiple people.
Right.
So it forms a very good match for us to actually go and cater to their requirements. We understand, our business development team is very well versed on how to actually speak, understand and propose the right solutions. So we are doing a lot of project development across many states, wherein we can actually do a turnkey operation, build a solar plant and also run it.
Right.
So it works fine. I mean, a company like say Amazon or whoever data center is, they don't have to learn much about solar.
Right.
You talk to a
Right.
company like Enerparc, we will cater to their energy.
Right. Fantastic.
That is-
So you've talked about pretty much renewable energy. Another key important factor is decarbonization. In terms of decarbonization, how do you see India going around decarbonization? Obviously, it's a very critical factor when we talk about environmental practices. How does your organization play a role in this?
Question is in two parts. What is the role for India? What
Right.
is the future for India and how
Right.
Enerparc plays? But India, as you know, has taken a target of 2070 to become carbon neutral. It may look like, okay, it is about 45 years
Right.
away, but it is a very, very difficult target from where we are today. Yeah, a lot of industrialized nations have taken this target of 2030, 40
Right.
after about 150 or 200 years of industrialization.
Yes.
Whereas India, for all practical purposes, it's had 75 years of industrialization
Right.
since independence.
Right. Very
So
pertinent point.
I still feel that 2070 is a very ambitious target,
Yeah.
and that is the target that the Prime Minister and the government has given the industry and the people. So we have lots to do. Yeah. And I personally feel, not just because I'm in this industry, but I think renewable energy has a very, very key role to play. So once energy is sorted for companies, a lot of downstream activities can actually fall in place.
Right.
Today we are talking about green hydrogen, green ammonia and things like that. The word green comes in only if the energy is available to make it green.
Absolutely.
Today it is not economical,
Right.
but it in the medium term, I think it will be economical, and we will facilitate, we as in the energy sector will facilitate for this transformation to happen. And again, as I am saying, India is blessed with a lot of land, lot of solar potential, lot of wind potential,
Right.
and the youth of the country.
Right.
So I think we are ideally placed.
Right.
How does Enerparc play a role? See, we as Indian entity of a German parent, we are getting the best of the technology support from our parent company.
Right.
Europe and North America and China have led the renewable industry, renewable energy transformation. So that has been very evident. Our own parent company is doing a lot of storage projects, a lot of battery related projects. They are putting a lot of battery with their solar plants and trying to give the round the clock energy. That is catering again, coming back to the data centers.
Right.
So they've also started off with green hydrogen. So for us, case in point is already available for knowledge know-how. We do not have to start from zero. So that puts us in a very good position for us to actually cater to the Indian requirements.
Since you talked about green hydrogen, I want to ask you, what is the next disruptor in energy?
This renewable industry, right? The word next has different meanings. But it can be like, okay, the next 5 years or 6 years can be a long term.
Right.
Maybe 1 or 2 is short term, and say 2 to 5 is medium term. That's how I would actually look at it. So now when we are seeing this, I think the immediate next is probably things like, say, more adoption of virtual PPAs and storage and things like that. That lot of our industry peers are already doing that. So that is great. But in the medium term, what really excites our engineers and our company as a whole is the digital twin and building a digital infrastructure of our own solar plants that helps us improve our efficiency. That also requires a lot of energy and resources, but that is very exciting. So as an operations person, I really look at that personally with a very close eye. Our German parent is already making digital twins of their plants there, and we are trying to understand how to go about it and also look at those things, adoption here. In the medium term, I think the buzzwords of green hydrogen and initial talks about SMRs and those things will come in. That I think in say 5 to 7 years, which I believe is the long-term horizon, that is when you will actually start seeing green hydrogen and SMRs talk more in the Indian parlance.
Now you talked about operational efficiency. I know sustainability, although every organization is talking about it, actually sustaining and executing it is a challenge. What are the challenges you see in building a complete sustainable organization? And as a COO, a leader, how do you instill that culture of innovation or awareness about sustainability within the organization?
Being in the renewable energy industry, there is no way but to be sustainable. Yeah. So we are the leading flag bearers amongst everybody to actually go sustainable. So now when we are looking at providing a turnkey solution for our clients or for ourselves, let us say we start off with, say, land acquisition, or say engineering a plant, or say running the plant. Sustainability plays a very, very important role in all the 3 phases. Let me try to quickly tell you all the 3 phases. So when we are actually trying to build a plant, when we are procuring land and things like that, you can't just go there and try to make a shoddy work of, say, procuring land. That never works, nor in India, nor in anywhere.
Absolutely.
You have to provide the farmers or the landowners a very sustainable roadmap as to what we are going to do with their land. You know that in India, land is there on sale or purchase or on lease. Especially when it comes to lease, the ownership is with the landowner. So you have to provide him the right financial education with what he's going to do with that money which we are giving him every year. So we just can't also procure land without proper documents and things like that. So at the end, wherever we go, what we are seeing is a lot of rectification of documents, regulated documents that helps the farmer and his or her family over a long run. That is taken care of, because that is a part of our business that also is helping the farmer community for a long run, him and his family. Now, when we are building these solar plants, as you know, solar plants or say wind plants, these are long-term investments. These plants run for 25 years, 30 years. So you cannot do a quick job and just making some kind of a connection and then leaving. So whatever we install, whatever we commission, however we design, it has to go for 25, 30 years. So our engineering team, when they are actually designing the components or selecting the components, they look for these long-term solutions. Yeah. The beauty of solar is there are not much of moving parts. So a lot of efficiency is already there.
And in terms of cost, if you want.
Yes, correct. Operational costs are lower. But maximum cost during operation goes in cleaning of the panels. You can't have a dusty panel.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So gone are the days when water could be used wastefully to clean panels. It's such a national waste. So we have started adopting robots even on our rooftop solutions, even on our rooftop projects, because we don't want to use even water once a month also. We want to clean the panels, we want to get maximum energy, but we want to do it in a sustainable way. The robots are also solar powered. So we are not taking energy from them. That is how we are trying to manage sustainability at every step of what we do.
Anoop, I want to understand now, Enerparc is doing such a wonderful job. How do you see sustainability in India in the next few years, and what is the role your organization is playing in terms of renewable energies and getting sustainable practices? How do you see things evolving in the next few years?
See, sustainability has different definitions in different countries. Yeah. So we cannot easily adopt a definition of sustainability which is there in the West. After about 150 or 175 years of industrialization, we can't just ape it here in India, because India still is trying to grow. Yeah. But again, as I was telling you 2 minutes back, sustainability is the way forward. I mean, you do see many companies in India which have been there for the last 50 years, 100 years. And they cannot be there without having sustainable practices. They can't just say, I will be sustainable in my finance department or my business. They have to have the entire process in a sustainable way.
True.
So I do not see the transformation of companies in India going towards sustainability a challenge at all. It is there inherently in our system. So that is the short answer there. And our company especially, we have taken strides. Us being a multinational company, we have, and catering to sometimes multinational clients who have Western standards. So we are trying to adopt there. Yeah. So in fact, we voluntarily started our own ESG reporting. There is no government statutory for us to tell us that, okay, you have to do your ESG reporting. But we started this a couple of years back. We started measuring what our consumption is, what our wastes are and things like that. And we have a medium-term target wherein every year we want to improve on the measured metrics. So that we are doing voluntarily, and that we feel is also something to going towards what the West wants us to do. Our practices are very sustainable for Indian context, but we are moving towards what the West is demanding today.
So one last question with regards to the Indian context. What is some core or some special strategy or critical strategy that you're working on, which is which is exciting, and probably you'll bring it out in the next couple of years or so?
Okay. So as I was mentioning, I think making a digital twin and investing more on the digital infrastructure to help us make our solar plants more efficient. That is something what we are looking for in the next 2 to 3 years. A lot of our solutions are market driven. You know that India is a cost conscious market.
Absolutely.
So what we are looking at is a system wherein in our own way in the C&I space, we want to start providing the RTC method of round the clock energy. Yeah, that we are trying to do a lot with, say, solar plus storage integration. We as a company are solar experts, right from Germany to India. We have more than about 5 gigawatt of projects. However, the entire thing is solar. But we in India, we believe that yes, we want to now do something different, and we want to go into wind also. So this is very company specific, but however, we are looking at solar plus wind plus storage integration. That is keeping all our engineers excited and everybody excited, and we are on our toes to work on that.
Right. Anoop, before going, one quick question. As a leader, not particularly as a COO of your organization, what is the legacy you want to leave KS?
Okay. So, see, we are a growing company. So we have much to achieve in India. But what we truly take pride on and what we strive for is making our plants reliable and our interaction with our clients very trustworthy. And again, it comes back to reliability. So I think the key has always been Enerparc is a reliable organization The legacy for me is a much larger, a reliable company,
Right.
which people believe, which people will look up to and say that yes, that's the organization who are reliable, the people are trustworthy, and the plants are reliable. That is what we want to achieve.
Well said, Anoop. On that note, thank you very much for your wonderful insights. It was a pleasure chatting with you.
Thank you a lot,
very
very much. Thank you for your time. Yeah, thank you.